If you're a homeowner right now and you currently have a mortgage and the payments are drastically lower than it would be if you're to buy a new property today, the key is to realize that you don't necessarily have to buy a new home and pay the 7% interest rate. You can buy a new home and have an effective rate of 3% or 4%, and the way of doing this is essentially utilizing the current property you have, where the mortgage payment is low right now, correct? So let's say you have a $500,000 property and a $300,000 mortgage on that house. A $300,000 mortgage on a $500,000 property with a rate at 3%, which most people would have right now, that's going to be about $1,900 a month for the mortgage payment without tax insurance. Your goal here now is to rent out that property and use the rental income from you received from the tenant to help offset the mortgage on the new property that you're buying. So the easy way to find out roughly how much the property is going to rent for is multiply the home's value by 0.8%. If you want to be safe, let's look at 0.6 instead, just to be conservative. Using the numbers mentioned earlier at 0.6%, you will provide about in collected rent when your actual mortgage payment is only $1,900 a month. So you got $1,100 there to use to offset the new mortgage payment on the new property. Does it make sense? So if you're buying a new home now at $500,000 and you're looking, let's say, putting down 5%, your overall housing payment on that property would be roughly $4,100 a month. Now let's take away the $1,100 at that, and your overall monthly payment is going to be effectively about $3,000. This now gives you an effective interest rate of roughly 3.75%. Instead of buying a home at 7%, now understanding this tactic, you're effectively buying a new home that is at a 3.7% interest rate. This, my friends, is called a strategy.